Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Philip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He finds some open field here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Philip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, his throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This one caught right around the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now McCoy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, Wentz again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He'll field this at the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And some room to roam now. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down, Spence. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Wentz on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense.
Now on second and 13. Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wentz to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11. On second and 11 now. Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. On third down, Spence. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Joseph is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. McCoy. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go again to McCoy. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show.